this is a factory builder that I am super excited for. This is Snacktorio. The premise is, well, it's kind of weird and very, very cool. We play as this little character over here. What we have to do is try and feed the beast. Quite literally, this beast. We are going to be making an automated food setup. That's right, a food factory in order to try and satiate the hunger of this cosmic monster here. What do you need? You need food. You need sanguine soup, and you need 10 portions per minute. Okay, it's time for you to start planning what we need. Yep, we don't need all of this, don't worry. That's fine. Okay, we got a couple of different little cookbooks down at the bottom here. One is actually a legitimate cookbook, which is going to explain the steps that we need to go through in order to manufacture this soup. Prepare the tomato sauce in the blender by using tomatoes and bay leaf, and then we use the chef-o-matic with the tomato sauce, nutmeg, and salt, and an extra bay leaf in order to make said soup. We've also got a little map here. It's nice, very, very handy. We've got a Nomenomicon. Okay, that's cool. That's our little objectives. And we've also got a little engineer's handbook, which is quite handy because that will allow me to see at a glance what machines we have access to and what we need to do. Okay, we've got a couple of different tools up here at our disposal. I'm just going to get rid of all of this sort of stuff. Now, there's a little bit of infrastructure that is already around here. Some of it we are going to use, some of it we are not going to use. This is quite useful. This is a very sort of simple furnace setup. What you can see here, if I just put this back, what you can see if we've got some miners, they are mining coal. The coal is traveling up these little pipes here and into the furnace, which is being turned into electricity. Ooh, this is a little display panel with a little bailiff plant. So what we need to do is we can get a harvester linked up here, and all we need to do is connect up with power cables over to here. However, we don't currently have any power cables, so we will need to figure that out. There's a bailiff plant, another bailiff plant. Okay, that's fine. So we can get to work over there. Let's press on. Let's press on. What have you got? If you're lost at any point, yeah, don't worry about it. Let's press on down here, see what we've got. Ooh, there's a few manufacturing facilities for pipes and electric cable. I care about that greatly. This is not something that we really need to worry about. This is all fine. Let's get up here. Let's get up here. Okay. So, first order of business, we're going to connect the bailiff up to right over there. So, let's get this sort of area set up. The way that pipes work, well, they work pretty much like you would expect a pipe to work. But also, the developers of this game, previously, in a previous life, were Minecraft modders. So if you notice any sort of, like, technical similarities to, like, for example, the Tech-It pack, then that is why. Right, here is what I am going to do. We can actually go through the rock over here. And what do you know? Things are looking good. We can also, like, mine the world if we want to. I don't particularly want to do that in order to get more stone, but it's an option. Right, so now what we are seeing happen here is we have got the bailiff plant. It is being harvested, which is great. It is using 1 FVPS, I don't know, something volt per second, which is nice. And we are going to take it upstairs. Good, look at that. Also, I've got a lot of, like, little goblin things that are following me around. It's going to become very, very obvious very, very soon what these little goblins are actually for. But for now, we don't really need to worry about them. Ooh, this is the tomato input. Let's get the tomato input set up, shall we? And this is where we're going to probably use the little goblin imp things for the first time. The way that they work is that we have this. This is a blueprint. This will allow us to basically build any machine. So any of these sort of like little cube structures. For example, we can get a gathering machine. We can get a miner, like we're mining the coal, or we can get a pump to mine water, or move water, I guess, or we can get a harvester, except it is going to cost me 1 imp. So that is what the imp is going to do. We also need to supply power up here, and I guess we'll take power from this area directly. Sure, that's looking good, and suddenly we should be able to harvest quite nicely. Come down there. Nice. We've also got some tools that will allow us to sort of set directionality of pipes, if indeed we want to. Look at that. That's working absolutely spectacularly. And we also need to connect this area up to power in order to get this to work. Looks like we've already got some of the tools available at our disposal. There we go. The battery is charging up. That is nice. We can select a recipe here. This is a blender, which is fine. And as I noted in the Goblin Gastronomique, tomato sauce is made from tomato and bay leaf. So let's get that recipe set in there. Boom, it should all work. As the resources come in, they should automatically be equipped to make what they need to make. And suddenly, look at that, we've got sauce. We have got sauce. Excellent. Okay, what's next? This is the Chef-O-Matic. No recipe set. Well, let's get the recipe set, shall we? So, bay leaf, salt, and nutmeg. Where am I going to get nutmeg and salt from, I wonder? Bay leaf we've already got. The bay leaf we have coming from down here. You know what I could do? I can just take a pipe up here. And this shouldn't be problematic. And the reason that it shouldn't be problematic is that this pipe specifically is for carrying liquid. This pipe is for carrying things. So let's get that pumped in there. Let's also get this. There we go. Set to split. It doesn't really split in the right direction, to be honest. If that is the case, we can always change it. We just crack this out, and then we put this in here, and then we select this, and then we select this, a splitter. That is exactly what we are after. And then that will allow us to say, hey, we want to send a 1-to-1 ratio of resources up, and we want to send a 1-to-1 ratio of resources out. So that's cool. Right. What else is it that we're after? This is iron ore. That's fine. Is there anything else down here? Maybe there's some nutmeg or some salt down here. There's some coal down there. Nutmeg and... Oh, nutmeg is right there. Nutmeg is a spice that apparently comes in the ground. What about salt? Salt maybe... Is that salt up there? That is salt up there. Okay, cool. So that is our little objective. Our objective is to do a little bit of mining. There we go. Let's get down to here. Excellent. I'm going to ladder up, because why the heck not? I'm going to get that little bit of ladder removed. We're going to throw in this here. We're going to throw in a miner. Excellent. We need power. Let's bring the power over to here. There we go. That works splendidly. And then all we need to do is connect that up to there. And just like that, we have managed to nab ourselves some nutmeg. And because the pipe is already set to deliver right to the... can't even see because this thing is in the way. The hotbar. Because it's already set to deliver right to here, we should have no issues. It does say that you're missing ingredients, but that's okay. We also need to link you up to power. And I will do that. Just like so. Okay, next thing that we need to do is salt. Salt is going to be, frankly, even easier. We should have no issues. It's good. And link that up. And I can remove you. Yeah, I can remove that little thing. Right, do I need more? I need more pipes. That's fine. Let's head down to... Ooh. Let's head down to here, grab some more pipes. Very nice of the video game to already be manufacturing the pipes for me. We head out here, up, around, and in. I actually think that's it. That's it, at least. That's all that we need in order to make the order. There's a couple of other things that we do need to consider, and what we need to consider is how on earth we're going to get. Let me just make sure that this is always going to go up. I think it always should go up, but just to be on the safe side. Hey, look at that. We're making soup. We're making soup. It's not particularly quick, but it's working. It is absolutely flippin' working. Okay, so after the soup is made, what do we want to do with the soup? Well, we want to not have it just bouncing around in this tube over here. We'll bring it over this way. I can't get up that little hill there, so we're going to make it a little bit easier. And we will connect it right up to here. Now, what is going to happen here is there is going to be a delivery cannon. The delivery cannon is literally going to shoot right at this big old beast over here. And that should allow us to get all of the goodies that we need. Now, I don't know if we've got the sort of supply rate that we need in order to finish the mission, finish the order. It was 10 per... It was 10 per minute. I think I'm making more than 10 per minute, to be honest. This looks like more than 10 per minute. I don't know what the assembly time actually is. One item every 5 seconds. So that's like 20 a minute. And as long as I have a full supply, like full input of tomato sauce and then all of the other stuff, I don't think we should have any issues doing this. Yeah, getting this completed. What is that? We're on 7 now. 3, 2, 1. We can always double up if we need to. We can always double up if we need to. I don't want to go into the void. I don't want to do that. But we can gather it with a pump. That's very interesting. Okay. Very cool. Okay, we need to maintain this for 3 minutes. Well, I don't think that there's going to be... I don't think there's going to be any issue. Pressing B. Fine. 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 Cool. Yeah, so we've got this order completed. That is great. The thing is, there might be some more beasts coming our way. But for now, let's just complete this 3-minute cycle. I won't make you wait for it. We'll get this all through, and then we will see what happens. Right, the timer is up, and we need to make sure that we continue to supply the resources continuously. What do we need? Thank you. Are we not supplying them at the rate that we need to be supplying them at? I don't think we are anymore. What's the issue? Missing ingredients? We need more bailiff. Okay, that might be slightly problematic, to be fair. It's a ratio of 2 to 1 that we have been using, but we can fix this fairly quickly. There. Oh, for goodness sake, I don't have the flipping wires that we need. It's annoying. Okay, let's just do that. We'll get your power sorted in just a second. But for now, things are looking pretty good. The fact that we're going to have to go through another 3 minutes, although it won't matter to you, but it's a little bit annoying for me. But that's okay. Let's get this connected up, and then let's get this beast satiated, shall we? Right, this time the order has been completed. It was delicious. My compliments to you. I'll put in a good word with the others. Amazing. Great. Very happy with that. Unfortunately, I mean, since the last time that I played this game, the game seems to, like, have become, like, a level-based sort of system, which I'm honestly not a huge fan of. I mean, I would much rather just be thrown in right at the deep end and just start cooking, so to speak. Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't really feel like I need a whole bunch of exposition in my factory builders. We'll take the beast's order. Fine, let's have a little look at what we've got. So these are some water pipes, some fluid pipes. And we've got loads and loads of wires, loads and loads of cables as well. Let's have a little look at what the beast is after here. What have we got? A lot of void. And in fact, the ability to pump void, or there's a suggested ability to pump void, which is kind of interesting. A matter manipulator. Okay. What is it that the beast actually wants, though? What is it that you are after? Gohordan Ramsey. Okay, yeah, it's an interesting name. So hungry. I need food. You need a Fang Chi Chao Dan. Okay, that seems pretty good. We'll see, we need a secret ingredient, spider eggs. To create some, we'll need to harness the liquid void that pulls the floor. We can pump this like any other liquid and transfer it to a matter manipulator. And we can turn raw ingredients, like bailiffs, into whatever secret ingredient that we're after. Okay, let's have a little look and see what we can do here. Now, if I go in this, I do lose my HP fairly rapidly, so let's maybe not do that. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Okay, building a pump here. That is the first order of business. Let's get that built in there. Let's bring this cable down here. Let's get a fluid pipe to go over to yonder. How's this working? Should be full speed ahead. We've got bailiff there. And then the matter manipulator, we are going to turn into spider eggs. Input slot, any item allowed, void material. Right, so I guess we probably just want to throw this harvester down here. It's already connected up to the power grid. Very nice. And then we just plonk that in like so. Is that gonna work? I haven't even looked at the recipe yet. Let's have a little look at the recipe. Okay. Set up a matter manipulator. Mix the spider egg and salt to form scrambled egg. Okay. So we need to... Oh, this is interesting. So we've got 2 output slots here. That is not what we're after. We want an input slot, and then we want an output slot on this side. Input slot here. Good. There should be no issues. We put that in there. And will that make a spider egg? I hope so. Hey! Look at that. It's working perfectly. So, next thing that we need to get is... What did I say? A mixer. A mixer. Okay, mixer is a processor, so we go here. We go mixer. We get that built. That is nice. And then we select a recipe of scrambled eggs. I don't know how we get these resources out of here, to be honest. I guess I'll just destroy that. Void sludge. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Let's set that to go forwards. Not like it particularly matters, but that's fine. Okay. Looking good. And we got plenty of void in the void tank, which is exceptional. So, where do we get salt from, I wonder? Maybe up here? Maybe iron ore over there? Any sign of any salt? That's nutmeg. Is there a Nomonomica on the map? Can we see? Is that salt maybe down there? That may be salt up there? Let's have a little explore. But at least we'll be producing spider eggs. Ooh, that was a big jump. At least we'll be producing spider eggs, so that's a-okay. Is that salt down there? It's iron ore. That's nutmeg, which unfortunately is not what we need. More iron ore. That's a furnace. That's a single furnace, by the way. I'm almost certain that we're going to need more furnaces than that. Okay, good. We found the salt. Let's get in. I can get away with just one single little tunnel here. That's nice. Let's do mine. Great. And then output. Also nab a power cable. I don't know how much power is produced. Okay, it's only generating 4 FPVS. So I think we're going to need to get another furnace as part of our operations here. Yeah, in fact, look, you can see that the other half of the cable is now no longer powered. So that is not ideal, but we can fix that fairly quickly. There we go. And then let's get... Tell you what. Let's do one here. We'll get a... What is it? Essential. It is... Furnace. There it is. And recent, which is furnace. Get this all connected up. Get that all connected up. Get that in there. That in there. Beep that. And then do a... Cool. Alright. So yeah, I'm enjoying this game. I do genuinely wish that it was just... I had the ability to just completely go freeform, so to speak. There we go. Look at that. Everything is now powered. That is marvelous. I can also do a little bit of manual digging if I want to. There we go. Excellent. What's this? Why are we seeing some of the resources get moved around in the wrong direction? There we go. Much better. Cool. So everything should go nice and quickly to the right location, which is exactly what we want to see. I will split, take half of that, put into that furnace, split, take half of that, put into that furnace. That's already got 31 in there. So you know what? I'll just put another 10 in there. Nice. Okay. Let's bring the salt down. And where is it that I needed to mix? It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah. It was over here in the mixer. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not good. Not good at all. We do not want to mix these two pipes. Nice. That's also an output. That should not be an output. That should be an input, as should that. Let's get this connected up here, like so. And the recipe of scrambled eggs should now be set. We should be able to do that. No issues whatsoever. Great. What's next? We go the Chef-O-Matic, scrambled eggs, tomato, nutmeg. Okay, well, let's get the Chef-O-Matic done. It's processors, Chef-O-Matic, good. There we go. I don't want you to be I want you to be an input instead. Okay, so I need tomatoes, nutmeg. Now, nutmeg is... Where was nutmeg? Nutmeg was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, nutmeg is over here. I think we just... Can we build pipes through the void? No, we can't, but we can build them under the void. Okay, that's nice. Let's go here. Mine. Power cable. I hope I've produced enough power. Guess the proof will be in the pudding. And let's go up. And let's just connect to here. The reason that I feel like I can do this, by the way, is because if we go along to this area, right over here, we can demonstrate yet another building that I have at my disposal. We can use a sorter. Excellent. And I love the way that this works. This is so cool. Because we can say, hey, going down, we want salt. That is, I need to keep those. But going down, we want salt. And then coming out the right-hand side here, we want the other stuff. And let's also keep that all in this area. So that's good. Is nutmeg going to go up? Yep, nutmeg is going to go up. So let's go and fix that real quick. There we go. Make sure that it only comes down. And make sure that this only goes out. That's much better. Okay, yeah, it'll take a little while to... Interesting. Not sure why it's not splitting in both directions, but that's okay. Either way, that should now fix everything, I believe. Right, where are we going to find some tomats? Where are we going to find some tomats? To be honest, if the tomats are up here, there's... I don't know, I literally have no idea how to get rid of this bar, to be honest. I have no idea. Let's go up another level. If I can't see. Void down there. What's up here? An acorn. Some water. Ooh, that was a bit much. A bit much. Looks like tomats are up here. Here's what I'm gonna do though. I'm not actually gonna grow them up here. I can just grow them downstairs where it's gonna be way, way easier. There we go. Ooh, big falls. But actually, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not falling for, like, a long, long time, it's mostly okay. Look at that. Nutmeg, ready to go. Nutmeg's going to go right. And then we are just... I thought that was a tomato plant. And I thought I would have gone all the way back up to the top. Why can I not plant this down here? What's the issue? Can we plant it on grass? Do I have any grass down here? Oh, I've screwed the pooch on this one, haven't I? There is grass here, though. I think grass is... I've got grass. I've literally got grass in my inventory. Ah! I held down the down button, and that meant that I fell through 2 layers. My bad. That's fine, though. Okay, so some grass blocks. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then we go tomato. Amazing. And then we go this, 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 this. It's literally just that simple, I think. And then a little bit of cabling down here and all around. And that's that. We need to make sure that you are input, you are input. We need to make sure that we have an output to here. You don't need power for some reason. It's pretty inconsistent, to be honest, but that's all right. Missing ingredients. We should now have everything, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, scrambled eggs. Don't know why that wasn't going in there originally, but hey-ho, now it's working. Are we going to be able to make 10 portions per minute? I think so. If it's only tomatoes that are the issue, I don't think that we should have any issues. And we produce 1 every 5 seconds, which means that we've got a natural rate of 20 per minute. And so as long as this remains full with at least one tomat, we should be fine. Nice. Okay, I think that's pretty much us done. So let's get this fast forwarded, and let's get this done. And just like that, what do you know? We have finished the order. Excellent. Good. I'm happy with that. Again, you know, this whole, like, level thing, I'm just not a huge fan of it. What have we got? We've got W1, B2 crossing streams, and then we've got W3 2 for 1. I guess that's World 1, World 2. Okay, let's do 2 for 1. I suspect that this is going to be multiple orders. So, yeah, let's have a little look. Right, yoink, yoink, yoink. Let's go and see what it is that the beasts, I presume beasts, multiple beasts, are actually after. Ooh, okay. There's a little pump setup that we've got going on over here. This is nice. This looks very factory-esque, doesn't it? Lots and lots of factory, lots and lots of pump ability, lots and lots of liquids. Nothing here. Alright, what's the map looking like? Okay, I'm in the right location. There's a bit of a deep area over there as well, but that's fine. There we go. Just fall down, because I can't be bothered walking anywhere. And is this going to be where the beast is? Ah, so matter manipulators. Fine. Where's the beast? Maybe here or here? I guess maybe up here? Lich bones? Okay. Little furnace setup for some iron ore as well over there. Fine. No, nothing. Nothing there. Where's the beast? Ah, the beast is literally right under the starting location. Okay, that's fine. We're cool with that. What do you want? You want a penny aranciniata. Okay. Looks like we have a pasta dish. Pasta requires 2 different secret ingredients. Spiders, eggs, and lich bones. Cool. Right, so we know, because we've already seen it, that the resources that we are going to need to produce are going to be down this hole here. That's fine. That's fine. Yep, we know that everything is going to be made round about here. Okay, so we've got the lich bones. We've got the spider's eggs. We're going to need to power this sucker as well. We have the opportunity perhaps to use this coal source here. I think I'm fine with that. So let's just get this turned on. So I'll just do a little bit of manual mining for now. There we go. Throw you into here. Great. Suddenly we're all powered. What's that going to power? It's going to power this. It's going to power that. That's going to power a sorter. Well, it's not going to power a sorter. Is there going to be enough power in this system in order to make everything work from just one singular furnace? I strongly suspect not. That's iron, by the way. Okay. Do I want the iron to go into the sorter? It's just going to chill there for now. I guess that's fine. I guess maybe we can use the iron ore as the input to the matter manipulator. Let's give that a shot. Right, so first thing that I need to do before I go anywhere else is just get some more power set up. I don't know how much power I'm going to need, but we can make it happen. Let's get this to all be... what am I doing? This. Let's get you to all go up. There you go. Very, very nice and simple. Make sure that it's all connected. I think that's all connected. Nice. And you're not going to be powered, apparently. That's cool. We're fine with that. We just need a little bit more power to boost it. The other thing that really winds me up is I don't know how to like put down the item that I'm carrying. Maybe I missed that in the tutorial, but anyway, that winds me up. Right, so you should now be working. That's great, and that'll allow both of these to work. Then you need to go back to straight up. That's cool. And that will probably be enough power, I think. There we go. Coal. You're now mining coal, and that will go straight up to here. And that will allow us to That will allow us to power everything, I hope. We can always extend out here if we need to. That's fine. We're chill with that. Right. Is this all connected? It looks like it's all connected up, which is spectacular. So, you are going to make spider's eggs. No raw material provided. I guess we'll see if iron will do. And then, what is it that we need for lich's bones? Oh, literally just that. Okay. Let's do inputs. Let's do to the right and to the left. We will have iron ore being output. And then, what was the recipe? Yeah, let's have a little look at this. So, penne is in the grinder. Grind lich skulls into bone flour. In the mixer, and mix in the mixer with spider's eggs to form pasta dough. Okay. There's no output for this yet. I realize that. Not enough void. Why is there not enough void? We should have plenty of void, or at least enough to be content for now. Let's get that out there. Let's go back into you. We go grind. Yep. We will grind here. What is this? Processing. Grinding. Nice. That needs to be set as an input. And then it also needs to be connected up to the power supply. Nice. I think we should have enough power to make this all work. Then we want to get a mixer. Where do we want to get a mixer? You know, can I build into this metal here? No. Can I destroy the metal? I also cannot destroy the metal. I can destroy the cables there. Here's what I'm currently thinking. Let's bring this out this way. Yeah, it's nasty. This is going to be messy, but hold on. This needs to go straight that way. That 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 needs to go straight that way. Nice. Now we've got two perfectly separated... There we go. Perfectly separated tubes. There should be no conflict. There we go. Let's make sure that that just goes straight on as well. What's the issue here? Can't grind this. We can't grind the dust. That's okay. I'll take the dust out. Don't grind the spider's eggs either. That's flippin' stupid. How is there any... Okay. Output. Output. There we go. That's much better now. Okay. Good. If I need to tweak this further, I can. That gets ground. Dust comes to me. Spider's eggs. Chill here for now. Mixer. Let's get the mixer right in here, just so that I don't have far to go. Again. There we go. Let's go straight on. Let's go straight on. Let's turn this to an input as well. And let's trash you so that that all works. How's that looking? So, set the recipe to pasta dough. We can do bone flour. This is just dust. Okay, fine. Bone flour coming in here. Spider's eggs coming in there. Let's get dough. Nice. Okay, so after dough, we need to do the tomato sauce recipe through the blender. So, we've got a bailiff plant there. Is there a tomat plant anywhere? Anywhere. Ooh, there's a little coal operation there. Fine. Let me head back upstairs. I think what I really want to do is probably move a few tomat plants down here. We will mine up a little bit of grass as well so that we can steal them. So what the heck is this? Some sand? It's like the edge of the world. Okay, I'll take some sand just in case. Ooh, sand is a resource that we can just mine like an ore. Interesting. Don't know if that'll end up mattering, but that's fine. So, we don't need this dust. The spider eggs we do need. Void sludge, obviously unnecessary. 1 tomat seed. Is that going to be enough? Probably going to be enough. Okay. Let's raise the roof here a little bit, so we got a little bit more space. Because I'm now worried that I have not accounted for all of the complex manufacturing processes that we're going to have to go through here. Let's also mine out that there. Cool. Tomat plant. in there like so. What am I looking for? That. Power. Are you going to be too low on power? We're asking quite a lot, to be fair. We're asking quite a lot of this entire system. So I can go and improve my power setup in the top left in just a little bit. Although it does look like it is working very, very slowly. Right. What was I making? I was blending in a blender here. Let's blend like so. There we go. That looks perfect. That's exactly how I'd like it to work, in fact. Let's select the recipe. Pesto. I'm interested in the pesto, and we're gonna get to that in a little bit, but for now, let's stick with this. You're missing power. Yep, that's to be expected because we have not yet sorted the power situation. But what do we do after this? Pasta maker with the pasta dough. The pasta dough is currently here. We've got lots of it. So, go there. That's an output. That's fine. We're okay with that. Into pasta maker. That's this one. Nice. Make sure it's powered as well, or at least nominally powered. We also need to make sure that that is set as an input. And then, what type of extrusion do we have? With the raw penny form, and then immediately into the boiler. The boiler is going to require water, isn't it? I can feel that one coming. The penny extruder, fine. Get that in there. And then, where do we want to boil? Let's boil here. We'll try boil here. Fermenter, matter manipulator, boiler. Just the ticket. Cool. And then, you into there. You into there, like so. Empty tank, yep, of water. And also power. We have got no power. Can I get that there? Cool. Right. What do I want to do with regards to my power situation? Why are you not operating? No power to work. Surely we should prioritize... the important stuff. Let's get up here and over. Nice. Okay, clean this area up. I can always build as many power generators as I need. Well, not really an unlimited number because we've got a maximum number of what are they called? Like imp things. Yeah. But that's fine. Here we go. Nice. I think probably that'll be enough. Great, great, great. Obviously, needs to be like so. Needs to be like so. It needs to be like so. That needs to be disconnected. That needs to stay connected. That needs to get disconnected, and then that needs to stay connected. Cool. Power-wise, let's just link that straight up to there. Is that good? I think that's enough, to be honest. I think that should be fine. Everything looks like it's powered, and that brings me great happiness. What is that? 24 FV in, 19 FV out. Is 5 volts, is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough for me to deal with? Is there enough excess power? I guess we will wait and see. Right, where am I going to get the water from? I guess this is what this fluid pipe is for. Sure, so as long as I throw the fluid into this pipe here, let's work backwards to, there we go, go and find the water, which I know for a fact is around here somewhere. Oh, I can't build there? What's the issue here? Can we build rounds? That seems ridiculous. Okay, weird. Fine. Matter. Where's the water? It's around here somewhere. It's around here. And I could look on the map, but I'm not going to. I'm just that confident. Yep, I know it's up here because we came across it at the very start. Where on Earth is the nearest power source? I guess it's down here. It's literally right here. So I think I should only need one miner and one furnace. in order to make this work. Let's do a little bit of hand mining. Yeah, so I'm thinking that the miner will use 1 FV. I think. The miner will use 1 FV, and then the pump will use 1 FV as well. So 4 FV in, 2 FV out. That should be 4, right? Should be 3 even. Yeah. 2 FV out. Oh, it's because I haven't connected the... Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And now it's 3 FV out. Brilliant. That's exactly what I was expecting. So that's perfect. Right. Let's head back. There we go. Drop down a couple of times because I don't care for my health, apparently. Nice. And then around. I guess I can only build on these black buildable boxes. I don't know why. Doesn't really matter to me, I suppose, but it's a bit weird. Right, so we got the boiler here. Let's start making penne. Nice, 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 nice. This is looking good. What is next on the recipe list? In the mixer, the penne, cooked penne, and the tomato sauce with a bit of bay leaf. I have got bay leaf here, but I'm thinking that I might want to get more bay leaf. Also, we've not even got a single bit of tomato sauce yet on the go. That's fine. Sure, we'll get bay leaf here. We'll link it up to the power grid. I think there should be enough leeway in order to make this all work. Let's get nice, healthy margin. And if I could actually... Can I build... I don't... Yeah, I can't build pipe through the... through the dirt here. But I actually want to go over the top here because it's just literally easier and quicker to do that than to try and separate the pipes. Yeah. Cool. Up, around. This pipe is going to be the one that comes out this way. Yep. Literally just squeaking by. Love it. Love it, love it. That needs to be set on output. Excuse me? Why is this not working? Oh, it's a fluid pipe. That's okay. Well, I guess I didn't need to go to all that effort. That's fine. Cool. Right, there's my sauce pipe. Making sure that we don't connect it up to anything else. And what do we want? Where do I want to put it? Probably here. Sure. Chef-o-matic, right? Right. Also, where the heck... It's here. This is going to be... This is going to be a bit of a challenge to supply the resource, to be honest, but that's okay. Let's set this... Penne? Wait, where do I combine the cooked tomato sauce? The chef-o-matic. The boiler with the water to get cooked penne. The cooked penne, tomato sauce... Right. Ah, I see. It goes into the tank. Whoops. Of course. Right, in there, and in there. Make sure that that is all set properly, and then power it up. So I think that actually works. We've got enough power to make it all go. The bailiff we've got coming through right now, but of course it is set as an output as opposed to an input. There we go. Now it works. Amazing. Is that all perfect? I think I want to move that in there so we've got plenty of spare. Cool. How do I automate this? Where do I take it up to? The answer is not clear. The heck is this? A fermenter? Does this take me up to the right area? No, I need to be over there. Right, here's what I'm currently thinking. I need to output here. I'm gonna bring it... I guess I'm gonna bring it up this way. The pipe up this way. Up and around? No, this is stupid. What I should do is much simpler. We should change the... We should change this pipe to come this way. Yep. Make sure that it's input. Nope. Yeah, you're... whatever. You're just going to be chilling around there. The hammer needs to get destroyed here. Do a little bit of mining through this area. I literally have no idea what the hotkey is that will allow me to remove this hotbar from the top of my screen. So we're just going to have to deal with this. Okay, so through there. Like so. That's good. That's input, that's input. Now this gets set to output. And then we should see all of our lovely, lovely dinners get dispatched from there. You as well. There we go. Take you out. I got 13 there. That's fine. Okay. So, one more. So that we don't mix pipes. And then all the way across here. Nice. Ideally, we don't have these little blemishes. But that's fine. We got 900 pipe, for goodness sake. So who really cares? Who really cares? Right, all the way up to here. Thank you. And right across. And right down. And you know what? Let's just bring it straight across here. And then right into there. What do we think it is? Cloner? No. Default? Yes, there we go. Delivery cannon. Cool. And then can I add... I can add things manually to the delivery slot. Nice. Okay, unfortunately that is a bit of a waste of time because we will hit our 10 portion objective. But the unfortunate reality is that we're not going to be able to start our 3-minute thing. Excellent work. Completing this order, you can go take on a second order. The other beast has made its home in the factory ruins. You'll be limited to what you can place, but you need to plan carefully. Okay, that's cool. Well, that's fine. We will complete this objective at some point. I don't think we're really in any rush to do so. That's nice. It's good. Let's go and take a little look at what that second beast is looking for us to cook up. I mean, undoubtedly, we'll be cooking up a storm. But I just hope it'll be an interesting dish. Okay, so I think it'll probably be in this left little pool over here, just on the balance of probability. There we go. That's exactly where you are. So hungry. I need food. You need Pestilence pasta. Right, we have another pasta dish. This is good and bad news. The good news is you know what needs to be done. The bad news is you'll need to be modifying your existing factory without breaking the current order. You may find it easier to reuse your existing pipes and networks, just increasing the volume. Yes, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you stop providing the first order, you will lose your Witchelin star until you can re-meet it again. You'll probably also need to use a fermenter to grow some new imps. Okay. Yeah, that's this infrastructure out here, isn't it? I think it is. So, how does the fermenter work? Let's have a little look-see at how that all fits together. So, at the present moment, we've got 0 imps. So, actually, quite good timing. Quite good timing, video game. Right. So, we harvest the Impudus shrooms. And there's a little power situation here. I can do a little teensy tiny bit of mining in order to get this working. There we go. Nice. So that will make this work. We get the Impudus shrooms. And then you need, in order to make fermented imps, you need that. And then I guess you also need salt. And the salt is presumably what's going to be up here. Yep, we're already making salt. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that's going to make me more imps. Is there an output slot for imps? Do I want to have an output slot for imps? I probably don't care that much, do I? But I do need a few more. Right. Let's also think... Fermented imps? Ah, we need water as well. We need water as well. That's cool. Yeah, we need to think about how we are gonna do this. I probably want to sort... Oops. There we go. I probably want to sort the ingredients that are not already being manufactured. I'm actually quite happy with this manufacturing process down here. I don't think it's perfect, far from it. But I think it's good enough. Let's have a look. Yep. Yep. Using 1 water per second. It's taking its sweet time, but that is 5. That is nice. Okay. Fermented imps. Used to deploy a new imp. Oh, I see. You literally just deploy them in the world. And then you're able to get more blueprints. Okay, that's kind of cool. Right. So, let's have a little look at the Gastro book. This is made already. This is not made. This is made already. This is not made. So we need Pesto. And Pesto is made from nutmeg and bailiff. Impetus. No. I think if it's bailiff that we're after, we should probably be looking to operate in this area. Because there is another bailiff plant, isn't there? I'm sure there's another bailiff plant. That's good. Nutmeg is... To be fair, I don't have to keep this here. I can just pick these up and take them wherever I want. Yeah, nutmeg is going to be fairly easy to come across. I've seen it already, so we know roughly that it is available. The only question in my mind is where. And also, where is it that we want to have our main manufacturing process for this area? Because the factory is... okay, nutmeg is here. Because the factory is not a great place to build, as we have discovered. As we have very much discovered. Right. Hey! Great, I did it. I completed the order. That is nice. Bailiff, let's grow you. Stone. Let's put a little bit of stone over here. In fact, let's put a little stone right here. If the bailiff will grow on stone... Yep. If the bailiff will grow on stone, then the bailiff will absolutely be fine there. So, pump that into yonder. I think for power, we're going to supply power along this line here, which I'll do in just a sec. But for now, let's just focus on getting the blend right. So, go. There we go. Input, output, that works perfectly. Recipe, pesto, that should be fine. Is that everything that I need for this area to work? With the exception of power cabling, which I'm about to sort. Sure is. I've got 900 power cabling, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to plumb this in, and it's probably not going to work. Yeah, we don't really have enough resources. That's fine, though. We've got plenty of coal over here, so we'll use the opportunity to do that. Also, I don't think... This might be wrong, but I don't think I can currently copy and paste. Yeah, because I would quite like to copy and paste. But alas, I don't think I can. If I go to get more imps first. What do we got? 45 imps? Oh, that's plenty. That's absolutely plenty. Loads of imps. Go. I think that's going to be, honestly, loads of overkill. You know what I actually want to do? I want to make my life just way easier, and then it's going to be easy to fix all of the pipe problems. Input, output, input, output. There we go. It's so far from what I wanted to do, it's not even funny. There we go. Okay, much better. So, link all these up, link all those up. And we do a little bit of mining. And to be honest, I probably only need to fill up 2 more generators with a few coal each in order to get these all working. There we go. How's that looking? That's looking splendid. Excellent. And you, no seed to harvest? That's because I did the wrong thing. Fine. Miner. There we go. Okay, plenty of coal coming through now, plenty of power coming through. That should be all that we need. I'll get a few more imps whilst we're at it. Very strange how our building ability is controlled by imps, but it's kind of cool. Whenever you place down one of these little buildings, they end up just chilling there, which is quite nice. They end up like going into the factory, which is kind of cool. Right. Anyway, where was I? So we've got this now. Now I need to sort out pesto. Not pesto. Pasta. Cocomatic to serve. I need to sort out the pasta. Where do I want the Cocomatic to go? Can I destroy this rather annoying... No. So some things I can destroy, other things I can't. Okay, fine. Right, so we need to get this into here. We're going to need to get regular food cable along this very, very specific route. Food cannon right there. That's as far as we can go. Fine. So, where do I want to bring pasta from? I probably want to bring the pasta up here. And I probably want to combine it with the pesto. It's just pasta pesto. That's not actually that difficult. Okay, here's what we will do. We will get a cook-o-matic, chef-o-matic, whatever. Yoink that in there. That's the output. Let's get that as the input. There we go. And we get this as the input from down south. We'll select the recipe right now. Pestilence pasta. I need to get salt as well. Whoops. I do need to get salt. I do need to get salt as well. Ah. Okay, well, that's fine. Also, this... Yeah, where are we currently getting our salt from? Is there any salt over here? If there's salt over here, then... Iron ore... There is salt over here. That's what we're going to do. That is exactly what we're going to do. Tell you what. Let's yoink this up. Let's put a... It's not my favorite, but I don't need that. I need a splitter. I need to be able to split one to the left. Fine. One to the left. And one this way. Nope. One down. That's it. And then you are gonna give me... I don't need anything from you, actually. Cool. We're just gonna come across this way. Come across this way. And... Do you know what? We can just have a combined... We can have a combined direction. There we go. Which will set things up nicely. And then we just set that as the... That's not... Doesn't need to be an output. That's a pet. Pesto is a liquid potato. I keep flipping forgetting. Pesto is a liquid. It's fine though. So we need to operate with a fluid pipe. But thankfully we have got the ability... do we have the ability to get this through here? I'm not actually sure that we do. Gosh darn it. Actually, what am I talking about? We do not need this water pipe. We absolutely do not need this water pipe. It's now all pesto. They got a pesto pipe. Cool. There we go. There we go. Don't get contaminated with water. That's a water tank. Ah. How do I rectify that? How do I get the water out of here? How do I... Do I maybe need to destroy it? I'll just destroy it, I guess. That's fine. Okay. Chef-o-matic. Cool. And now it will be pesto. Hey! Look at that. Perfect. So. Output to here. Great. That needs to be input. We're also going to get this to come across here. Marvelous. That goes in there. Power cabling. I guess we're also going to feed through that one very small little bit of buildable area. That's fine. And then we just need pasta. The problem with pasta... Well, there's no problem with pasta, to be fair. It's just... We're going to need to get... some more production facilities. There we go, and we're out. Okay. So, where do we want to do this? And are we going to need to get more power as a consequence? I've not really left myself a lot of space here, have I? How much cooked pasta do we have? We actually have plenty of cooked pasta. To be fair, I think that amount of pasta will probably give us enough production just in general to get across the line. That's working at good speed. That's working at good speed. The thing is, do I need more... I mean, if I put the pasta dough into here, how's about that? Will that work? Will that work better? Because I think, secretly, we can actually sustain our operation on just this amount. That being said, we might not be able to. Look, here's what I should do. I should replace this. Here we go. replace this with... I don't even know if this is going to work. Let's maybe do this in a slightly different place. Here, for example, let's make a splitter. Yep, and because it's the same resource, we don't need to be sorting it. That's fine. So that goes output. That goes output. This goes output here. Ugh. Do not do that there. Yeah, here's the problem with what I'm just doing. There we go. Yeah, but already it's been contaminated. And then I delete it and it becomes contaminated again. Flippin' heck, video game. What is the inputs and outputs here? This is messy. This is messy. Right, I'm gonna just take all those 70 pastas out there. Yeah, in the hope that we can figure that out. I'm gonna take that out there. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna split left as well. Good. That work? That works. Works like an absolute charm. And we got 8 already in there. Cool. Right, so now I need to do this and not have any issues. I'm also thinking that I'm going to have to get a splitter. Not a splitter, sorry. A sorter. Which is this one. We get a sorter in here. And iron ore is going to go down. And then we need to get this across to there. Wait until that goes to there. Iron up. Iron down. Pasta up. Cool. And then this across. Down and around. Is that going to work? 69. Let's add 69 bits of pasta. Now, they will all travel as 1 bit, but there are 69 bits of pasta there, which is quite nice. So, is there the ability to double up here? Do I want more processing capability for my stuff? We got a full void tank here. Let's maybe see if we can get another matter manipulator in place. There we go. That's gonna go there. Void tank is already filling up. Lich bones. That's nice. We can get a... Let's remove this, remove that. We can get a splitter in... That's not good. That's not good. We can get a splitter in here. Yep. Splitter in here. And down. That needs to get moved to input. That needs to get moved to input. That needs to go down. That needs to go down. So, yeah, not ideal, to be honest. So we want to have one to go down, one to go right. Take that out as well. Lots of junk that we've got going on. But anyway, we should be able to make some lich bones. We are outputting to the bottom here. This is not useful. Not useful at all. Because now the bones are going to be going into this area, which is not where they need to be going. So, am I going to have to get another splitter? The problem is, if I get another splitter in here... This is just horrific, isn't it? Needs to be a sorter. Can I output directly to the left? Or to the up, even? If I go... bones up, will that actually allow me to go up? See, this is... Because of adjacency, that's kind of what I was worried about. Like, we're not going to be able to move the resources up because there's no pipe in between. And I just kind of assumed that we wouldn't be able to make that work without the pipes being in between. This is just not very nice at all, to be honest. I think I want to change all of this. I think I want to change all of this. So we will output everything. We'll output everything here. I've just not left myself enough space. And I can't destroy this flippin' metal, unfortunately. What if I destroy you? Yeah, destroy you. Turn this into a sorter. Yeah, I'm going to need to figure out how I move around, but it's fine. The sludge, we should not be making any sludge, right? No raw material provided? Question mark? If there's no raw material provided... Oh, I can't get through there. How am I going to get up and around? I guess with this ladder. Fine. It's good enough. If there's not enough raw material provided... This is so convoluted now to get anywhere. If not enough raw material provided, I can always go and do a little bit more raw material provision from here. And this. This is 100% going to take me over the power limit. Like 100%. There we go. Make sure that is set on forwards. Cool. What are we looking at? 24 FV in, 15 out. That's probably because half of the buildings are not currently working, because it's all kind of broken. But that's okay. I don't really want this to be set at... This should not be a sorter, actually. This needs to be a splitter. This is a good example of why it's important that there is a difference. Because this splitter will allow me to split at the rate that I'm interested in. So we want one going this way, and then we want two pieces going to the right. That's basically it. And then we have a 1-to-1 ratio there. That's fine. That's good. Then it'll all work. Then we're going to go up here. Then we're going to go to the top. We want these lich skulls. Then we need to change this to an input, and then that'll work. Then we're going to press on out this way. This is not even worth it, is it? This is not even worth it. There. And that's an input. And then the spider's eggs go to the right. That is correct, isn't it? Yes, it absolutely is. Okay, well, order completed? Yeah, I know that's the order completed. That's the order that I had being dealt with previously. Right. Is that better now? Is that better? That should be us mostly fixed. I worry... I mean, I've got all of these... Order no longer met. Order service no longer met. Yeah, I've got all of these skulls coming in here. I think we're able to process them at an appropriate speed. I'm just not too sure, though. Same with the eggs. Now that we've got double the... Now that we've got double the amount of dust coming through, maybe we're going to need to get more... Look at this. Half of my power grid is not working now. It is entirely to be expected. Right. Drill. Can I not build there? What's the issue? Is it a distance thing? It's a distance thing. Or maybe it's like an access thing. Either way. I think, to be honest, 8 should be enough there. This is just such a mess. Stop. Stop. Cool. And then extend the power grid to here. And then that should be fine. Input, inputs, output, outputs. That needs to get changed as well. Why would you change that, video game? Like, why would you suddenly go back to the other thing? Right. There. There. So where does that put us at? 28. 28 in. 24 out. Also, I've still not made any penne. That's a bit worrying. I will go and have a little look at that in just a sec. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. I feel like I maybe should have just doubled up. As opposed to what the video game is telling me. I feel like I should have probably just doubled things up. What the heck? Ah! There was a missing bit of power. Okay, well now we got 26 coming in, 26 going out. So yeah, that was the issue. Have we just got a massive backlog of penne ready to be cooked here? No, not really. Okay. We got a few dishes that are waiting to be cooked, but that's fine, sort of on the whole. We're managing to do the dust at an appropriate rate. We're not managing to do this at an appropriate rate. We're also probably going to need to double... We're probably going to need to double, literally, these 3 machines up. But, you know, before we do that, let's instead... Let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Instead, let's follow this penne line. This cooked penne line. I hope it's cooked penne line. If it's not cooked penne, well, we're in trouble. Let's see what's going on over here. Missing ingredients. Salt. Well, the good news is that we will absolutely categorically be able to meet demand for this second dish, and we're going to be able to meet the demand for about 1 billion years, honestly. So that's kind of nice. Looks like we've got plenty of salt coming through. And we'll be able to get this... There we go. We'll be able to get this mission done and dusted fairly quickly. So let's go and check that we can get the first mission... Oops. Let's go and check that we can get the first mission done. Thank you. Go check that we can get the first mission done and that we're actually sending our dishes up and out. That looks like we are. It's just a long lead time in order to get up there. Also, we're probably not going to have enough penne, but this is just too tight, to be honest. This is way too tight. For a setup that needs to basically be doubled, it's just not good enough. It's fine. It's fine. It is fine. It is working. And we do have a lot of stuff in there. So, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I need to have a little bit more confidence. Why are you not being provided with the correct food? What? Have I done something wrong here? Let's have a little look. Yeah, why are you not happy? Pestilence pasta? Yeah? Oh. Oh, what? Do we need to... Hold on. Do we need to fill the first order in order to get the second monster to appear? I guess that might be the case. You're telling me that I've just been spitting bits of really valuable pestilence pasta out into the big wide world for nothing in return? That feels a bit unfair. There we go. Okay, you're back in the game now. That's cool. We're cool with that. Let's start. There we go. Okay, so that starts counting for something. That's good. We got loads of stuff in the tank. Let's actually take 50 of that out. And I maybe don't want to put 50 cooked pasta into this process over here. But I think inserting a little bit would be quite a good idea. There we go, because I'm sure you're going to be out of... maybe not. Maybe you're not going to be out of cooked pasta anytime soon. Looks like it's holding steady. And if it holds steady at this rate, then we will be absolutely fine. We've got 3 minutes to complete both of these. Fingers crossed that we can get it all done. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Mission number 1 is completed for this beast over here. And we are about to finish up mission number 2 as well for our Pestilence Penne. Excellent. Look at that. That was delicious. My compliments to you. I'll put in some other orders. I'll put in a good word with the others, not I'll put in some other orders. Okay, that's fine. What have we got? Check what I can help with. Excellent work as always. Juggling 2 different orders and beasts is no easy feat. You'll be getting more orders, that's for sure. A victim of your own success. Speak to the beast to claim your star and you can move on. Okay. I think we missed literally 1 order there, but that's fine, because I think we've still got this order done. I just need to get to the beast in time, I think. Not this one. We'll go down the next one. Yep. Down to 1 level. Down to the next level. Perfect. Down to that level. And speak to you. Excellent. Okay. Is that it? I think we're done. Did we not finish? Oh, God. Really? Even though we've gone down to the next level. Okay, whatever. Right, ladies and gents, I think we're going to wrap things up right about there. Yeah, look, I'm really excited for this game. Although I really feel like the last time that I played this game, which was a while ago now, I'm sure I recall playing through like one single level or one single like scenario, one single mode. I'm not honestly, you know, a super fan of the idea of like progressing through an overworld and going to, there we go, exit level. Not a super fan of like going through and like doing all of these different levels. I just want to build. I want to build a big old factory and make it all sort of come together. But if that's your thing, absolutely have a little look at this game. I really like the premise. I think it's really well done. I can't wait to see more of it. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it as we go. But for now, and for me, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.